them we've gotten the Eureka for. And let's look at the benefits from doing each. They're both great. If you go foreign trade, it allows you to make a trader unit. The trader is fantastic. It's a unit that goes between your cities. Oh, you know it, Neo. Capitalism. Money makes that world go round, right? The trader allows you to make a trade route that you can like put between friendly cities, and then they give you the benefit of gold and other niceties if you do this. You can do a joint war, you can join an ongoing war, you can build trade routes, and then you get these 2 policy cards, which you might want. Now, if you go craftsmanship, you can get these policy rewards, which Ilkham gives you 30% production towards builders, and Agoji gives you 50% toward melee, anti-cavalry, and ranged units. So it's kind of a choice on, like, what do you think's happening? Do you think you need to be defending yourself, building your military, or do you think you're okay with going, like, for making money and then swerving into maybe mysticism if you want to have some more religion-based and culture-based boosts? So for us right now, I think that I'm going to go foreign trade. And the reason I'm going foreign trade is maritime industries is a good policy for us because we're England. We like naval units. And +2 gold from all your trade routes is a nice way to make some money. All we need to boost this is to discover a second continent, and hopefully our scout can do that for us soon. Continents are very, very strangely defined in this game. They're just kind of like randomly have borders, so they don't have to be across the ocean. They can just be on the next tile over. Exactly, Crispy. The games have gotten more complicated. There's a lot more things going on, but honestly, once you get into the groove of it, it's not too bad. All right. Now, when you start seeing tiles like this that have like ice and tundra and stuff on them, generally that means that you're reaching like potentially the bottom of the world or the bottom of the map. Not always. But if you start moving south and you see these, that might mean you're getting close to the bottom. And if you move north and you see these, that means you might be getting close to the top. So just a heads up. All right, let's go to the next turn. And I'm going to check out over here. Okay. Next turn. All right. So now that this warrior unit, you see that this bar to the left of its symbol is its health. It's been damaged, and so we want this warrior to like recover and get its hit points back. So what you can do is fortify until healed, and your units within your borders can heal. Outside of your borders, unless you have special upgrades, that's not possible. So I'm going to go ahead and heal this unit. Okay. That drum means that the barbarians have built a new outpost. Oh, and they're telling us it's right here. We can't see this tile anymore because we don't have eyes on it, but it's up here. It's hidden by the fog of war, but because we did explore it at one point, we get some information about it. So now that means that barbarians are going to be coming from the north also, which is kind of a bummer. Alright, there's this encampment. Oh my gosh, Neo, you got that right. Yes! Whenever you hear those beautiful flutes, it is pretty much the best day of your life in Civilization. What that means is that we found a tribal village that's inhabited by a friendly tribe. So if we can get our scout while it's mapping out the area, and by the way, check out the scout. It's got this awesome dog with it. It's just a fantastic sight to behold. But anyway, if we move down here and get this goody hut, they will give us a reward for meeting them, and it can vary in terms of what they give us, but it's always a good thing. So we just want to make sure that nobody else takes it from us, and nobody's going to. So we move here, and they just gave us 40 gold, basically, for finding them. So because we found them, we got 40 gold. And now you remember what I was talking about before. We have 143 gold now, which means that we can buy a military unit in a pinch. Oh, yeah, let's see if we can name the dog. We can't name it because, well, no. I wish I could. I don't think it's not letting me name it, unfortunately. But that is our scout. Some units have names if they're like special generals or whatever, historical figures, but not that one. Now, hey, what's up, Point? Yes, we are Eleanor of Aquitaine, my friend. Now, additionally, we got 40 gold from finding that tribal village, but we also found more ivory and some copper. So there's some pretty good stuff down here. I want to explore more. Let's go ahead. And here they come.
Who deserves more
God.
credit than the wife of a coal miner?
Oh my God. Oh, thank you for that tip, Point. I think you're right about that. Uh-oh. Everybody, we might have lost. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. In the beginning of the game, the barbarians are unbelievable jerks. And so we are in a situation where there's a barbarian galley that's like swooping over here, but there's a horse archer and a horseman. Okay, so they have far superior stuff than us. Now, I'm going to... God. Do I want to move my warrior onto the city? No, I think I'm going to move my slinger onto the city and then have my slinger attack. Alright, we're going to do a ranged attack on this guy. So, the nice thing about a ranged attack, and you'll see it doesn't do very much damage against this unit, is that they don't get to retaliate, because it's going to be really bad when they retaliate against us. Now, I might want to go in and buy another unit, so let's see. I could buy a slinger, but unfortunately my slinger is on the city, so I can't buy it right now. So I'll have to think about if I want to move off of the city to buy that. Okay, and then we would get a major victory versus them. Remember, we have +5 strength when fighting. I'm actually going to move this warrior unit into the forest because the forest gives you a defense bonus, whereas this square does not. And I don't want the horse moving into that unit and getting a defense bonus. Oh man, there's a barbarian scout down here as well. You know what, Derekai? It's going to be, and we're just going to keep it our little secret that I got killed. But here we go. All right, so it's sometimes worthwhile to fight their scout if we can win, and let's give it a go. Remember, we have +5. There's a bit of randomization, but let's see if we can rough them up. And if we can level up our unit, that can heal you to full, which is pretty good. All right, we are going to go into sailing, and then we're just going to see what happens with this horse unit, where they attack, and how much damage they do to us. Can we defend our city? Oh, they have another. Oh my God. No, we're dead. Look at this. They have another horseman. See, this is the thing about Civilization 6. The barbarians are just absolutely out of control. Okay, so we do have enough money to buy another slinger, and we're going to have to. So what we're going to do is take this guy. We could go over here and get a victory, but if we move here, and then we do a ranged attack on this guy, we can almost kill this unit, right? And then we can perhaps finish it up with our warrior. But then this warrior will probably get killed next. So it's a good question of, should we just fortify this warrior, or should we attack and try to kill? Now, I'm going to go into my city, and we're going to go ahead and buy a slinger right away. Now, this slinger will not get to attack this round, but they will stand here and protect our city momentarily. Okay. You might think this is crazy, but I am in fact going to fortify this unit. And then the builder, normally I would want to send this builder over here to build a pasture, but if an enemy steps onto your unit that's a builder, they claim it. So we don't want the barbarian to, like, kidnap our builder. You're a military genius, Neo? I am not. So you're probably right that that's the right thing to do. Now, we can build something, and I'm actually going to... A settler is the smart pick, but I'm actually going to build another slinger to defend ourselves. And can you fight them? Yeah, I want to try to kill this scout if I can. Shame on you, barbarians. Now, you'll notice that our units are actually getting experience, and they can level up, which is awesome. So we're going to try to get a level up soon enough here. But for the time being, I'm just going to tell this unit to go to sleep. And we're going to wake them up when combat's over. Next turn. Okay, so they didn't attack with much of their stuff right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have this unit attack the barbarian horseman and kill it. And then now they're down a barbarian horseman. This actually boosts our... We get the Eureka for archery, which is awesome. Oh my god. Point. I gotta go look at that. Chones, wow, I don't have any Civilization before 6 on the channel. But I have games that I have a complete cultural victory with the Maori on deity difficulty on the channel that I've posted. Hey, Oregon, what is up, my friend? Civ 6 indeed. It won the vote. By slim margin, Civ 6 was the winner of the poll that I put on YouTube, and so here we are. I'm going to bounce back to... Now, what I'm going to do with this unit, I could take a ranged attack and shoot them, but I think what I'm going to do is actually slide this slinger back into the forest to defend them. Slingers can't ranged attack 2 tiles, only 1. The archer, which would be amazing, can shoot 2 tiles. So I could take this slinger and move it here and then attack and weaken this unit, but I'm going to actually move back. And can you... Oh, no, we can't finish that. That is a actual warrior. Okay, so we need to run away. And go to the next turn. Okay. And so they did what I hoped that they would do, which is they moved in this way. So we can take this unit, and we're going to do a ranged attack on this horseman. So we get basically double attacks Hey, Lance, what is up, my friend? Good evening. Yes, Lance remembers the previous Civ games that I played on the channel, and Lance Civ won the poll. So here we are, my friend. Yeah, creating a really weird cult was awesome. Actually, the cultural victory in this game is hilarious because the end game is you create rock bands that go on world tours and convert everyone to your culture by putting on shows in their capital city. It's pretty funny. The random names that the game generates for your rock bands is immense. There's some awesome band names that we had. And they drive around on tour buses. It's sweet. Okay, and then this unit, I'm gonna attack them because we do a lot of damage. So let's weaken up their units here. It's a good. They don't get to fire back, so we kind of wreck them a little bit, and we're just gonna hope that we can hold on here. You know what? That's a good way to think of it. Ori, it is like a roguelike. Okay, what was that drumming sound? Oh, this unit gets promoted. Okay, that's awesome. Now, sometimes promotions will end your turn, so I don't actually want to do that right now. I want to fire instead of promote. I think promoting takes your turn away. I want to kill this unit. Oh my god. See, that's the key. Oh, they sure can, Ori. If you, they'll revolt if the culture surrounding your city is like more preferable, or you're doing a bad job with happiness. They will start to revolt. That's what I'm talking about with Civ. Did you see there? Our slingers were so precise that they killed the barbarian riders, but not the horse. You saw that the horse was able to ride away safely. This is an animal-friendly run. Hey, Zinshiro. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Now, I can't see that unit with the skull on its staff anymore that Point was talking about, but I'll have to check out the next barbarian scout that we see. Oh, PETA approves big time. Okay, so can you fire and kill this horse unit? See, again, look, horse runs away safely, no problem. Now, we killed enough barbarians to also boost our bronze working, which is awesome. And see, so even though it's annoying that all of these barbarians came in and rolled on us, all you need generally, unless you're on deity and things get out of control, are some slingers to fight off barbarians, which is why I built a slinger first and then bought one, and why I'm building yet another one. We have to root out this camp and get rid of these barbarians. Oh, yeah, Point. We are getting the Eurekas like fire. And that's what I mean, Point, which is that even though it's bad that the barbarians attacked us and we had to swerve off and build a military, there's actually a lot of upside. Now we have a military to defend ourselves, and we're getting Eurekas. Zinshiro, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And you're 100% right. As I actually said those exact words when I booted the game up trying to explain it to Sir Theodore, this is one of the best board games ever made. It's just digital, but it is like a board game. It's a tile-based game. You know, you might, with hexagons, you might want to think about, why is the name escaping me of the tile-based trading resource game, not Puerto Rico. That's a good game, but that's not tile-based trading game. Anyway, it's a massive board game like Risk, where you have territory and units, but then it has all this other depth to go on top of it. So it's fantastic. And we're going to have our... yes, Point. That's what I'm thinking of. Settlers of Catan. And Catan is really only like it in the sense that it's, you know, hexagon tile based and has resources. Yeah, Lance, that's exactly right. Risk is a good comparison as well, Crispy Bacon. It's like you took a lot of sensibilities from many board games and put them all together. This would never work. They have actually made a board game of this, which is hilarious, but I don't know how it works on a grand scale because you can see already how big the board would have to be to contain just this continent. It's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh. Yes. There's a button right here. I never noticed this. I don't know if this was a new addition. Did you guys see this? Your scout, without taking an action, you can just click this and have your scout pet the dog. This is the most animal-friendly game. This is great. I mean, it does have the hunting of elephants for ivory and whaling, but beyond that, it's very animal-friendly. Okay. Let's go over here. Yes! Do you hear those drums? There's another tribal village down here. Man, the bottom of this map is so rich in bronze and resources. It's great. We definitely want to try to settle along this coast and swoop back over here, maybe. You know, the Thames River is here as well for our London theme, if we want to make some interior cities. Okay. We've killed a lot of these units, and that is just fantastic. All right, I'm going to rest into... Oh, no. Would this promote? Okay, so once... Yeah, Ori, exactly. Isn't that great? It's so awesome that they did that. It's such a fun game. So, some of our units, another benefit of those barbarians attacking, is that some of our units can promote. So, our warrior can promote, and you get kind of like a little skill tree here. We can do +7 combat strength versus melee and ranged units, or +10 combat strength when defending against ranged attacks. Now, I want Battlecry right now because I need this warrior to go and try to take out these barbarian camps. My slingers, which I can promote also, are unfortunately not the best against spearmen and some of these other units. So I'm going to give volley to this one. And then this one did not promote, but if we can get garrison, then that's also really good. Yeah, absolutely, Ori. Settler is my next build. I'm building one more slinger, which I might not need, but I'm just worried about getting attacked by those barbarians. Oh, yeah, Mandrake, that's a good point. Absolutely, right? This slinger needs orders. Okay, so we're going to take our builder that we put to sleep, and now the builder can wake up and do its thing. I'm going to move it over here. It'll take a couple turns for it to get there, but we want to build a pasture as soon as possible. This slinger, we're going to go ahead and fortify right on the city to protect it. And now it's the next turn. We're going to send our scout over to this goody hut. And they just gave us 20 horses. Okay, great. So up here, you can see on the strategic resources, we have now 20 horses. So if we research the building of military units that require horses, we can use these to mount our units. That's great. It sure can. And that's a great thing, Ori. You can set your scout to auto-explore, which generally I do. But right now, I'm trying to take control of it. Once I get to a certain point of exploration, I will automate it. I love to do that, Ori. Okay, so we get to promote our scout, and we can say, do you want to move faster in the woods or rainforest, or on hills? And both are good, honestly, but I'm going to go ranger because I want them to see through woods. I want to see a little bit better. For the purposes of scouting, oh my god, natural disaster occurring. So you can see there's a withering drought happening. A merciless sun beats down on the drought-stricken and withered earth. No rain has fallen, and the skies promise no relief. So these tiles right here that have the dust billowing are all now being affected by drought, including this tile in our territory that we could have built a farm on, and we can't really probably anymore. This is part of the one of the expansions called the Gathering Storm that adds certain natural disasters. Now, bad things can happen, but good things can also happen too. So that's just unlucky. All right, this warrior, we need to move up here and take out this barbarian camp. And we're going to take the slinger with them. We need you to keep exploring. This is indeed the bottom of the map. When you see this ice like this, you know that you're reaching the bottom of the map. So there's really no reason for us to do too much work here. This is Ullswater Lake, and my god, there's amber and some good resources.
It was a fantastic landscape. For all around were rocks of the weirdest forms, standing in apparently impossible positions. Some placed on or next to others in ways that seemed to defy every law of gravity.
Awesome. So, we found a natural wonder. Oh, really, Ori? Boy, I didn't know that. Ori's saying that before some of the DLC updates, there were a bunch of exploits in the game that they must have ironed out. So whenever your scout or any of your units find a natural disaster, you get this little, or natural disaster, how about this? Natural wonder is what I meant to say. You get this awesome cutscene where Sean Bean and his dulcet tones read a quote that gives you cool flavor about this wonder. We found Mount Roraima. I'm not saying that right, but we found it. And these are amazing. Yeah, Ori, I actually have I've watched the Spiffing Brit before play Civilization just for tips. He's awesome. Now, when you find a natural wonder, you get benefits from doing so. Number one, we just got a Eureka. Discovering a natural wonder has inspired your people with the majesty of the universe, and astrology just got boosted. So I never like to research astrology until you get that boost, and we got it. So that's great. And it's such a cool thing about the game. It's like your people learned about the beauty of nature and the environment and were inspired by it. Now, additionally, if you are near the natural wonder and it's within your borders, you get more benefits from it as well. This tile right here is ridiculous because it gives you 2 production, 2 science, a food, and 2 faith because it's close to the wonder. I mean, it's so good. Crispy, that is the truth. You are a natural wonder. You're a culinary wonder. Aw, no, that's not true. You're also a man who likes to, or by necessity, rides his motorcycle in frigid temperatures. What kind of sandwich am I? God. I'd like to go classic and just say PB&J. Oh my goodness. You want to talk about where we want to build a city? Look at this tile. It has cattle, 3 food, 3 science, 3 faith, and this is unimproved. Man, unbelievable. Okay, well.
Leftraru che, chi leftraru. Pumapuche feyentunyeneu. Eimika femaimi?
Okay, so we have found a ruler from another civilization, Lautaro, and he's of the, I'm not sure what civilization we're dealing with here. You hate peanut butter, Ori? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Toasted Reuben? God, Reuben is really good sandwich. That's a good choice. And when you meet a new civilization, you get this particular cutscene where you see a graphical representation of the ruler, and you get to kind of choose if you want to be rude or nice. And I'm going to say it's an honor to meet you. And he's like, gives you the nod. He's like, oh yeah, it really is. And he says, I will tell you of the capital of Mapuche if you tell me of your capital. Okay, so here's the deal. Ori. He folded his arms, my friend. I'm going to tell you what. I don't know if they changed this from Civ 5, but basically the way it works is if you tell people where you live, they now know where you live, and giving that information allows them to see like how much of a military you have, and they might want to come attack you, which is unfortunate. But if I do trade, I will get to see where he is and see how he's doing. So, I'm going to go ahead and exchange information. Oh, Sir Theodore, they're awesome. He will, Sir Theodore. They get really angry. It's actually, Sir Theodore, as the game unfolds, it gets hysterical where there's the computer AI will come to you and they will like make demands of you. They'll be like, I need 100 gold right now. And you're like, no, I'm not giving you my gold. And then they get all in a huff and get upset about it. Or if they really like you, they are like beaming with joy. Hey, Tabby, what is up, my friend? How's it going? Good to see you. It is great, Sir Theodore. I'm going to exchange the information. And so let's see. We get a Eureka. When you meet a new civilization, you get a boost to writing, which is awesome. And let's see, where are you? Oh, wow. Mapuche is way over here. So look at this. If I go over on the map, his capital is right here. Exactly, Tabby. RuneScape will be tomorrow night, my friend, if you are free. I'm so glad you could catch the stream live, though. So this is his capital. He's got 4 people and a garrison defense strength of 23. He already has a pantheon, so he's got religion going, which I don't. Oh, okay, Tabby. Well, yeah. I'm sorry it doesn't work out work-wise. I'm hopefully you can catch one of my other streams of RuneScape when I get to do an extra one. Their next city is going to be 4 hexes from my capital. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. That means they're going to try to rush me. Sometimes the computer does try to do that. They try to like basically get as close as they possibly can to your city, and that's a problem. And if he's trying to do what Point is suggesting by like rush expand us and build really close to us, we're going to have to take him down because we can't tolerate that. But what happened is this is the scout that we met with our scout. So when you interact with a unit from another civilization, Lance, he's got that mullet hairstyle going. It's pretty good. You honor Mapuche, Lance, with those words. Tabby, this is Emperor difficulty, my friend. I decided not to be too hard on myself because I haven't played in a long time. This map is Emperor difficulty, standard speed, standard size, continents. And we are Eleanor of Aquitaine, England. Now, I'm going to keep going this way because I want to make sure that this dude isn't trying to settle too close to us, if we can. Okay, I'm going to move our warrior up here. They have spearmen, okay? And we're going to just cross the river. Crossing the river takes your full movement unless you have really, really good movement or technology, which I don't. Okay, the she-wolf of France is what they call her, Point. Hey. She's looking pretty good. She almost has Princess Leia buns on her hair, And she also, check her out. This is who I am. See, she's got these, like, kind of braids going, hanging down on each side. And then she's wearing a wreath of roses around her head. Yeah, so we've got the spearman, as Ori is saying, that's going to be there. Hopefully there's no other units that we have to take out. Hey, Cole, what is up, my friend? Good to see you. How you doing? Now, finally, we can upgrade this pasture. So what you do is you take your builder, and you see this, like, little fence with a cow. It means we can put an improvement here. And your builder will have these options that you can choose from, and pasture is highlighted, and we just do this, and they start building it. With animals now domesticated into pastures, it's time to learn to ride. Yeah, exactly, Lance. I'm looking good, huh? Is it young Queen Elizabeth? No. She's a different lady altogether. They do have Queen Elizabeth in this game, though. There's different rulers for each existing civilization or nation that they feature in the game. So, like, England has a few, America has some. The longer the country or nation has been around, the more different rulers they have, I think. I know you can be Queen Victoria in this. And you can be, like, Teddy Roosevelt. And maybe George Washington. And then they have some, like, Native American rulers as well. Let's see. Okay, so we boosted horseback riding, and now you can see this tile indeed gives us 3 production and 2 food. So that's tremendous. Now, where do we want to move our good friend, the builder, next? We actually probably want to improve this tile to fishing, but first we can build a farm on one of these other tiles. Now, you'll see here on your builder that they only have 2 builds left, so I can only improve 2 more tiles and then they disappear. In previous civs, the builders would, like, stay around forever, and they have changed that in this. Okay, let's see. Next turn. Look at this. Look at that head nod from Lautaro. This is awesome. That's a sad truth, Ori. They're the next generation each time I end the turn. Mapuche sends gifts. The cloth is our finest work. The Sharkikan is delicious. I'm not pronouncing that right. Please accept these. So he's sending, like, a delegation. So if we accept his delegation, this means that he'll get even more information about our city, which could be disastrous. But, I mean, look how nice this guy looks. Hey, IBK, what is up, my friend? I did pronounce it okay? That is great to know. I love when I luck into pronouncing something correct. I don't know if you're being facetious, but I'm going to run with it.